Hello there, very good afternoon to you and welcome to Lunchtime News, coming to you live and direct from the Newsfirst studio here in Colombo. I'm Stephanie Lazarus. Before we go into the stories in detail, here's a look at the headlines.
Shooting at the Kotwal Magistrates Court injures one. President gives green light to proceed with the avant-garde investigation. Notices issued to the respondents of the petition filed against the national list of the UPFA.
Now on to those stories in detail. A shooting took place inside the Kotwal Magistrates Court this morning. Police say that the suspect, who was being accompanied by prison officials to court, was injured in the shooting. He was admitted to the Colombo National Hospital for treatment thereafter. The victim is a 32-year-old resident of Ranala, Kotwal. The victim, Aruna Udayanga, alias Samaya, has 6 cases filed against him at the Kotwal Magistrates Court, out of which 3 cases are on murder charges. In addition, Aruna Udayanga has a number of cases against him at the Colombo High Court as well. Investigations are currently underway to apprehend the shooter. Speaking at a media briefing at the premises of the Government Information Department today, Co-Cabinet Spokesperson Dr. Rajitha Senaratne said that the President had advised the officials to proceed with the investigations on avant-garde without any hindrance. Dr. Rajitha Senaratne said that discussions got underway between the President and a number of government ministers yesterday. He added that the President had advised to proceed with the case pertaining to the avant-garde without any hindrance. The Cabinet spokesperson also said that the Prime Minister had put forth a number of recommendations on measures that need to be taken to prevent acts of child abuse. Meanwhile, Ruwan Wijewardena and Anuradha Jayaratne were sworn in as acting ministers before President Maithripala Sirisena today. President Maithripala Sirisena departed to the United States this morning.
Minister Ruwan Wijewardena was therefore sworn in as the Acting Minister of Defence, while Minister Anuradha Jayaratne was sworn in as the Acting Minister of Mahaweli Development and Environment before the President today.
President Maithripala Sirisena departed to the United States this morning to attend the 70th anniversary of the United Nations.
The Presidential Media Division said that the President left the country at 10 a.m. today. The delegation accompanying the President included Minister of Foreign Affairs Mangala Samaravira, Minister of Justice Vijayadasa Rajapaksa, Minister of Vocational Training Mahinda Samarsingha. The President is scheduled to address the UN General Assembly on the 30th of this month.
An Australian national who was residing in a hotel in Kolpiti has died. According to the police, the deceased had checked into the hotel on the 21st of this month. His body was found last afternoon when his room was inspected. The deceased was a 27-year-old, and 2 packets of heroin and a stock of painkillers were found beside the body. The police said that the body was sent for a post-mortem examination to the Colombo Police morgue following a magisterial inquiry. Meanwhile, the 4 individuals who went missing and were later found after they visited the Gonawala Falls in Rangala have been admitted to the Theldenia Base Hospital. They were found in close proximity to the Miamure village yesterday. The 4 individuals who went missing after they visited the Gonawala Falls in Rangala were found by residents of the Mimure area in Ududumbara last afternoon. The 4 individuals had gone missing after losing their way, and Rangala police admitted the 4 individuals to the Theldenia Base Hospital at around 11 last night. Speaking at a media briefing premises of the Government Information Department today, Co-Cabinet Spokesperson Dr. Rajendra Senathan said that the President had advised the officials to proceed with the investigations on Avantgarde. Meanwhile, farmers in several areas are facing severe hardships as the purchasing of paddy has come to a halt. We caught up with Chairman of the Paddy Marketing Board, MP Disanayake, to discuss the measures provided by the government in this regard.
In this yellow season, initially the government allocated 6 billion rupees for purchase of paddy. Our initial target was 1,020 million metric tons, but the government had to increase this amount up to 8 billion, considering the increase in supply of some areas. So last week we experienced in some places there was further excess of paddy, so the government decided to purchase that amount of paddy also by increasing the funds. So from yesterday we start purchasing these paddy stocks also. However, the paddy purchasing program is now strictly supervised by the President's Office and the Economic Subcommittee on Economic Affairs, Ministerial Subcommittee, Cabinet Subcommittee on Economic Affairs headed by the Honorable Prime Minister, an official committee headed by a Secretary of the Treasury, and anyhow the plans are underway to prevent all these obstacles and disturbances in next Maha season when purchasing paddy by the government. Plans are being prepared by the government.
Meanwhile, the Court of Appeal issued notices on the respondents of the petition filed against the national list of the UPFA. Notices were issued to the Elections Commissioner, former General Secretary of the UPFA, Susi Premajayantha, and the secretaries of all constituent parties of the UPFA. Among those on whom the notices were issued were persons who lost at the polls and were included into the national list. Deputy Chairman of the MEP, Somavira Chandrasiri, had filed this petition. The petition was taken up before Appeals Court Judge AHMD Nawaz and was postponed to the 11th of December. Somavira Chandrasiri in the petition seeks the removal of those elected to Parliament from the national list of the UPFA and appoint him to that position instead. The petition filed against the national list by the General Secretary of the Communist Party of Sri Lanka, Dugunusekara, at the Supreme Court was also taken up today. The petition was taken up before the bench of Justices Iva Vanasundara, Buneka Aluvihara and Upali Abeyaratna. Attorneys representing the respondents said that the petition can be taken up before the three-judge bench. However, the attorney appearing on behalf of Dugunusekara said that the matter does not affect his clients alone. They added that as the matter affected the Constitution and the people, the petition should be taken up before a bench of 5 judges or all the judges of the Supreme Court. The judges noted that the number of judges who will take up the petition is a matter to be discussed with the Chief Justice. Thereby, the petition was postponed to the 29th. Dugunusekara in their petition notes that the current process over the national list does not meet the requirements of the people's mandate and the right to vote. Thereby, he requests that recommendations be made to a form national list that will include the people's mandate. Another phase of the Newsfirst classroom program is underway at the Kiravanagama Central College in Badulla. Now, this is incidentally the 193rd edition of the Newsfirst classroom program, and the objective of the program is to enhance media literacy of the school students. The workshop, which includes a number of practical activities, saw the participation of over 200 students. Well, that's a wrap of Lunchtime News. Remember, to stay ahead, you need to stay close to Newsfirst. For that, you simply need to log on to our website, www.newsfirst.lk. Your latest news update will come your way at 1:55. I'm Stephanie Lazarus. Have a nice day.